Evening, everyone, and welcome to Robbinsville High School. We're in Graham County, North Carolina. It's been raining for about 3 days, but the action in here is going to be nice and dry for the evening. Grateful to be indoors after the chilly few days we've had. We welcome you to varsity basketball action here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you tonight for the telecast as the Lady Knights are warming up. We're about 5.5 minutes away from tip-off, and they're hosting the visitors from Macon County, the Highlanders. We'll talk more about both programs as we progress throughout the evening. But stay with us, fans. You're in the right place. We appreciate your purchase. Appreciate you tuning in here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Back in just a few minutes with our opening introductions and the tip-off. First of two coming your way tonight on GrahamStarSports.com. Fans, welcome back to the Graham Star Sports Network. If you weren't scared away by the ridiculous feedback we have on our sound system, we apologize for that. Seems like some pranks might have went on before we went live, but no harm, no foul. We'll press on. Varsity set to tip off here first of two tonight as we welcome you back here on GrahamStarSports.com. Aubrey Wichacho on your left, that's a junior for Robbinsville, and on the right is Bella Wilson, one of the 5 seniors in this senior heavy lineup. Highlands wins the opening tip-off, and we are underway. Opening tip comes at 6:16 p.m. There was only one game before tonight's varsity contest got underway, so able to get things started a little bit quicker than normal here tonight. Kinsley Phillips off of the Trammell steal gets a foul at the basket, and that's how we begin tonight's game. Robbinsville prevailed in the JV opener. Boys picking up their first win of the season, 48-36 over the Highlanders. Dane Knott for Robbinsville with 16 points. Isaac Collins, not too far behind, finished with 13. And Phillips makes her first shot at Charity Stripe here tonight. Makes it a 1-0 game. 7:42 left here in the first quarter. And she goes 2 for 2. Phillips pretty consistent when they stick her at the foul line. And onward we roll. Highlands comes into this one with a victory over Murphy on their resume already this season. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. As the Lady Highlanders working around the arc finally punch in, back out. Good passes to number 35, Riley Connor. Back to, I believe that is number 3, the point guard. That is Beatrice Bryson. She's a senior for the Highlanders. And that one off the side of the basket, snagged quickly by freshman Surrey Waddy. Ball is swatted away. Nice defense by Ezra Branham for the Highlanders. And it'll be a Robbinsville throw-in to senior point guard Des to Trammell. Carpenter works inside as well. See Carpenter and Wichacha as the ball gets away. Another steal attempt by Highlands goes awry. 2-0 Lady Knights here in the opening quarter. Hey, Willis fans, this is our first of 4 straight home games that we bring it to you right here on Graham Star Sports. So if you can't make it out, and we certainly would like to see you in attendance, hey, guess what? You can tune in with us here on Graham Star Sports and catch all the action. We'll be back with you Friday against North Buncombe, next Tuesday against Cherokee, and the big one next Friday against Murphy. Feed inside, goes across everybody's fingertips, eventually slowed down and controlled by Bella Wilson for the Highlanders. And there is a travel called on number 10. That will be Lily Kate Bryson, another senior. Highlanders got some good size, some athletes on this team. As we mentioned, 5 starters, all seniors. Trammell works through the 3-quarter press. Waddy over to Kinsley Grace. And the ball is swatted away. Last touch by Lily Kate. Kinsley Phillips right here below us. One of the 3 Robbinsville seniors this year. Her and her teammate right there, Desta Trammell, number 4, have played together all their life. Tight-knit group of friends. Dominated middle school ball. Just reminiscing with Kinsley about that yesterday, actually. Another turnover, some costly passes here early for Robbinsville. Riley Connor gets the basket. Highlands being very tentative. Shot goes up, but it is not going to make it in. Liz Carpenter fights her way out. They're going to call a jump ball. It's going to be a possession for the Lady Knights either way. And Lucas Ford barking at his girls. 5 turnovers already here in the first quarter. You don't want to see that in the first 2.5 minutes of play. Good quick passes down the floor. Liz Carpenter pushes her way into the paint. Rebounded by Wachacha. And nothing doing. Rebound made that time by Beatrice Bryson for the Highlanders. And we're back to the friends from Macon County. As we mentioned, the Highlanders 1-2 this season. That one bounces off. Rebounded, though, by Riley Connor. And I believe a foul will be called on that. Or it might have just went out, my mistake. Ball goes out of bounds. As Bryson scans her options. Kinsley Phillips is a little aggressive. Don't know if that was fully power or not, but nonetheless, three-pointer goes up and drops out. Put back. Goes off the glass. Highlanders getting a lot of second and third chances here. Robbinsville struggling to get into a groove here in the early going. How about a fourth chance shot, and she falls under Aubrey Wachacha. Beatrice Bryson gets right in there, mixing it up. It'll be Highlanders basketball once again. Trammell will kindly take the inbound. Thank you very much. Flies up the floor. Shot goes up. Phillips can't finish it, and it goes out. Last touched, according to the official, by Kinsley Grace. So it'll be another turnover. Make that 6 already for Robbinsville. And Robbinsville now going into its press. Always dangerous, tough to break. As you see there, Trammell with a lot of speed and talent. Drives up the floor. Quick feed to Liz Carpenter. She's pushed down. And last touched by Carpenter, so it's out. Right there to slow her down was Riley Connor. And onward we roll. Low feed. Back up to the top of the key, and that one almost gets out of control, but it's finally reeled in. Three-pointer. Misses. Fortunately for Robbinsville, the Highlanders can't get their offense going here in the first quarter after all these turnovers. Highlands has not been able to cash in just yet. 3:55 to go in the first stanza. 2-0 your score. Both of those come on Kinsley Phillips foul shots. Trammell thought about 3, changed her mind, jumps inside, draws a smack on the wrist, and that'll be foul number 2 for the Highlanders. I'll call that one on Billy Kate Bryson, her first of the evening. Trammell at the line to shoot 2, and she'll sink her first. Trammell not too shabby at the foul line. She scored 63 of them in a row until that streak was sadly ended last Wednesday evening against Smoky Mountain. Still a state record, so nothing to sneeze at. And Trammell goes 2 for 2. All the offense so far has came from the free throw line here in the first quarter. Phillips keeping a close bead on Ezra Branham. Low feed inside. Good pass, but nothing doing. Rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Fayla Welch, who checked in just a moment ago for Robbinsville. Number 50 down there in the paint. Bryson again scans the floor. Here's Lily Kate with 3, and that's going to bounce out. Boy, I'm telling you, Highlands is putting shots up, and they are just not falling. Or this would be a totally different ball game here in the early going. Inbound finally gets in. The Todd Branham looking around the floor. Guard. That was a lot of size. Good height out there on the floor. Still being tentative. Finally a chuck inside. Back out to Branham. She'll feed it back over, and they'll try it again. But Beatrice Bryson, I beg your pardon. Stolen away by Kinsley Phillips, and then Phillips draws the foul. Good work. 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. Phillips will inbound it. It's already her third steal of the ball game. Here's Kinsley Phillips back to Trammell. Fans, you can always catch recaps of all the latest Lady Knights and Black Knights athletics action in the Graham Star. That's available each and every week on newsstands everywhere. On Wednesday evenings, it'll be in your mailbox if you're in Robbinsville. Hopefully on Thursdays. Ball stolen away from Fayla Welch. And Beatrice Bryce is going to try to set up a play here for the Highlanders, who are being shut out at the moment. With 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Slow start for both teams here tonight. Robbinsville 2-0. They took care of Smoky Mountain 56-42 last Wednesday, and then easily handled Halo on Friday night 73-22. Jostle over the ball, save. Waddy will take the free gift, drives up the floor, and can't get past Branham. And just like that, it's going to go back to the Highlanders. Hunter Connor, now in the game, will get the errant shot, and she's going to put up one now. Rebounded by Liz Carpenter. And Robbinsville is still trying to get its offense in a groove. Still nothing from 2 or 3 at the moment. All the points so far have came from the free throw line. High feed to Kinsley Phillips. She gets back inside, slides back out. Gets it off to Trammell before a travel's called. Good work. 1:11 to go. Trammell over to the left side. Finds Waddy back inside to Fayla Welch. Quick kick out to Trammell. And she drains a 3. Good work by Destiny Shea. Give the assist to Fayla Welch. And Robbinsville finally with its first technically offensive points of the game. First one's from the floor anyhow. 7-0 Robbinsville. Foul called. Nope, they're going to call it travel. My mistake. 47 seconds left in the opening stanza. And Robbinsville leads this one 7-0. So substitutions plugging in. Let's see, Aubrey Richach is back in the game. She started, of course. Looks like Katie Lynn Gross, freshman for Robbinsville, has stepped onto the floor. Hope you fans are enjoying tonight's telecast of Lady Knights and, of course, later Black Knights basketball as Kinsley Phillips hits a 3. Off an assist from a big inside, Aubrey Wachacha. Phillips now with 5 points and 3 steals here in the first quarter. We stream 5 varsity sports for Robbinsville. Football, volleyball already in our rearview mirror. We'll see them again in 2023. Basketball will get us through the winter, and then baseball and softball will flip-flop between them in the springtime. Boy, Highlands just cannot get it together. 8 seconds to go. There's Beatrice Bryson busting out a long shot, rebounded by Kinsley Phillips. And it looks like she'll just hold possession till the end. Long shot down the floor. No good. After 1 quarter of play, it's a 10-0 Fanning at the moment by our friends here in Robbinsville. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, fans, to Robbinsville, North Carolina. Kevin Hensley with you for tonight's telecast on the Graham Star Sports Network. Robbinsville hosting Highlands in non-conference action here tonight. Highlands, of course, a little Smoky Mountain Conference school. And how do you differentiate the two? Well, it's very simple. Do you have a football team? No? Then you are a little Smoky Mountain Conference school. There's 4 of them in our area. 2 in Macon County, Highlands and Nantahala. 1 in Jackson County. Of course, that is our friends at Blue Ridge, the Bobcats. Broken up by Trammell down the paint. Last touched by Trammell, so it will be Highlands inbound. And if you're in Cherokee County, the Hiwassee Dam Eagles are, of course, the 4th team to make up the Little Smoky Mountain Conference. Inbound, put up, nothing doing. And finally a basket for Highlands off of number 35, Riley Connor's putback, and she'll also draw a foul. Chance at a three-point play here. Foul is charged to Katie Lynn Gross, her first of the game. And it is a three-point play for Riley Connor. Robbinsville is going to have to get into its offensive groove and quick. They are looking very sluggish here in the first half. Yes, they were shutting out Highlands 10-0, but more remarkably, just a pair of threes from Destin Kinsley Phillips coming late. Otherwise, it was foul shots from Destin Kinsley, and that was literally all the offense in the first quarter for either side. Waddy feeds it into Aubrey Wachacha, big junior from the western end of the county. Jump ball call. Good work by the Highlanders. Give them credit there. They are playing some excellent defense. A lot of turnovers for Robbinsville here in the early going, but much of their credit, the Highlanders are looking good on defense. Can't really fault Robbinsville too much. Some sloppy passes. Trying to clean all that up. 10-3 with 6:56 to go. Great double team by Waddy, and Phillips just had Branham trapped over on the right side. Now a feed back out to the top of the arc. And number 2 off the bench, that's Aslan Wyatt with a tray of her own, and with 2 three-pointers, the Highlanders have suddenly cut the deficit to 4. It's 10-6. Waddy now being double teamed, and ball just pulled away by Connor. Highlands defeated Murphy on Friday night, 38-24. That was their first victory of the season. 2 more from Aslan Wyatt, and Lucas Ford wants to know what's going on with his Lady Knights. We'll step aside with him on the Gramstar Sports Network. Sorry about that. I had to make sure you guys were still awake. We're with you live from Robbinsville High School, bringing you varsity basketball action tonight on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you for the telecast. Always a privilege to be live and in living color with our friends here in Robbinsville. Truly feels like home to me, and I, of course, not from here, but feel like I've always lived here at this point. About 3.5 years in Graham County. Wonderful community up here. Not have asked for a better place for the good Lord to put me. Trammell drives in. Last second feed to Kinsley Phillips is going to be off. Phillips with a humongously quick putback. 12-8. Quick feed down the floor. Quick passes by the Highlanders. All being kicked all around. Almost coughed it up there. Branham able to reel it in, though. Air shot and a foul call. Wachacha is just like a magnet in the paint. 6'1" junior. Maybe even 6'2" if she's standing on her tippy toes. It's her first foul of the night. And the first foul shot of the series from Riley Connor, who had a three-point play earlier to get Highlands on the board here in the second quarter. They were down 10-0 at the start of this one. And now they're down 12-10. Connor goes 2 for 2. She's 3 for 3 overall tonight from the foul line. Here's Surrey Waddy, freshman from Swain County. I always like to say and mention she's from Swain. I don't know why they still reference that. Wonderful young lady, moved over here in the off season. Great athlete, multi-sport contribution to Lady Knights athletics. Robbinsville more than willing to play at a slow pace. They have to. And how about Aubrey Wachacha drawing a foul? Smacked on the wrist there by Hunter Connor. That's a freshman center for the Highlanders. It's her first of the ball game. Wachacha makes her first foul attempt. 13-10 now the spread. Robbinsville up by 3. And if Wachacha can make this, they'll be up by 4. It's going to be off. Rebound, battle, hand smack. Quick pluck by Liz Carpenter. High feed to Kinsley Phillips. Here's Surrey Waddy for 3. She'll draw a foul. That is a 3-point foul, and we'll see what Waddy's made of. She'll get 3 chances at it here in the second quarter. Are they really going to say that was not a shooting foul? Okie dokie. Sorry about that. Here's Trammell. Fade inside of Wachacha is going to be broken up and stolen. Number 10, Lily Kate Bryson on the pluck. Drives in. Travel called as she scooted to the basket. 4:39 to go. So Highlands now on a 10-3 run at the moment. 4:33 to go here in the second quarter. Yes, the Trammell will feed it over to Waddy. In the corners, Kinsley Phillips. And back up to Waddy. She'll kick it to Trammell. That's your proverbial quarterback on the floor. Been the starting point guard all 4 years of high school. And is well over the 1,200 point in her career mark. We'll do a tally for you at the end of the game. Always like to announce that. Very special young lady. She'll do great things in life, no doubt. Trammell with a nice spin move to throw off the defense. And we'll drop the dime. Thank you very much. 15-10 with 3:45 to go. Highlands still being cautious. Have to be in a game like this. Everything very methodical. Neither team wants to make a boo-boo here. Thayla Welch jogs in off the bench to relieve Wachacha. Halftime fans all crunched some numbers from our stat line over here. I'm sure they'll be 100% accurate. It's not like I ever make a mistake or anything. Kinsley Phillips pointed out to me last week that I actually missed one of her steals in the season opener against Smoky Mountain. I had to actually send her an apology card in the mail. Phillips high kick over to the corner. Waddy's got it and is tripped up by Anslyn Wyatt. 2 fouls now, Miss Wyatt. And checking in to relieve the pressure for Wyatt. Off the bench was a big contributor here in the second quarter, but now has gotten in foul trouble. Waddy will inbound it. Bella Wilson will take over for Luck. 15-10 with 3:12 left in the half. Kinsley Phillips will high arc it over to Desta Trammell for a long 3 off the rim. Rebounded by Carpenter for the putback, and she's got it. Carpenter now with 2 rebounds, 2 points, and a steal here in the first half. As Branham drives in, gets the bucket. Good work by the senior guard. Ezra Branham even draws the foul. They're going to credit Thayla Welch for that one. That's foul number 2 for the senior. Another big transfer. She came over from Cherokee 2 years ago. Unfortunately, tore her ACL during her junior season. Had reconstructive surgery back in April. Missed most of the volleyball campaign. Finally came back in the last match of the season and got to play in the playoffs. And is now back at full force as a senior forward for Robbinsville. Highlands got its own rebound there on the offense and will try it again. 17-12 is your score at the moment. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. High kick inside. Carpenter nabbing at it. Last touched it. 2:25 left. Beatrice Bryson heads back for the inbound. Phillips suffocating Branham. Check that. My apologies. That was Lily Kate Bryson. Branham's up here at the top, number 32. Bella Wilson loses it, cuffs it up to Surrey Waddy. They throw it a mile down, but Trammell can catch up to it. That's no problem. They're going to call a rare travel on Destiny Shea. 2 steals and a rebound tonight for Surrey Waddy. Trammell has 7 points and 2 steals. 17-12 lead for Robbinsville. See a lot of her family scattered around the gym tonight. A lot of folks packed in here on a rainy, dreary, cold Tuesday. Weather's been the same here in Robbinsville for the last few days. Liz Carpenter with a steal, plucked right back by Bella Wilson. Carpenter 2 steals, 2 rebounds now in the game. Long 3 for Wilson will be rebounded by Desta Trammell, her first. A Hail Mary down the floor. Tried the old alley-oop action, and Kinsley Phillips draws a foul. Good work in the paint. And she'll get to shoot, I believe, 2. It was a shooting foul. That's correct. Robbinsville is in the bonus. Kinsley Phillips makes her first. 18-12, Lady Knights. Foul was charged to Riley Connor. That's her second. And the team's 7th. Phillips charged for it. Travel called after Bella Wilson reeled it in. Robbinsville inbound. Kinsley Phillips more than willing to go get it. 3 or 4 now from the charity stripe here tonight. High feed in. Carpenter will take it and drop it. Carpenter now with 4 points. Good work for the sophomore forward for Robbinsville. 1:06 to go. It's 20-12. Lady Knights. Carpenter hustle, fighting. Knocks it out. 58 seconds left on the clock. As we mentioned, fans, we got 3 more telecasts coming over the next couple of weeks as Robbinsville has 4 straight here at home. You got to love the setup to the start of the season. 5 of their first 6 here in the confines of Graham County. Waddy with a steal. Battling for it now with Branham and a jump ball. A kick. And it will be a Robbinsville inbound right here below us. We'll try to get this camera raised up a little bit at halftime, catching a bit of the guardrail up here. Sorry about that. Here's Trammell. High feed to Kinsley Grace. She'll drop in, back out. Try to pass, quickly broken up. Jump ball called. Officials making sure everything doesn't get out of hand. It's good to see. Missed some of that Saturday at Snowbird, but we won't talk any more about that. If you were there, you already know. 32 seconds left here in the half. Number 34, Bella Wilson gets one off the left side of the rim, rebounded by Katie Lynn Gross. That's to Trammell, or excuse me, that's Kinsley Phillips, I beg your pardon. Trammell takes it from Phillips, what I was going to say. My apologies. And Robbinsville being in the bonus, Kinsley Phillips gets another chance here on the other end of the floor. 21 for the senior. She makes her first. And makes her second. Good work. 22-12. Low basket pass. 5 seconds. Only about to be the final gasp of the half, and it's going to be coughed up. Oh, an errant pass is costly for Highlands. And we'll go to the break. Robbinsville leads this one by 10. It's 22-12. We'll be back in just a few minutes with some halftime stats. Stay with us. You're in the right place for Robbinsville Athletics on the Gramstar Sports Network. We're back live from Robbinsville High School. It's halftime here inside the gymnasium, 22-12 in favor of the homestanding Lady Knights. At the break, your stat leaders for Robbinsville are as follows. Kinsley Phillips with the team lead in points at the moment. She's got 10 of them. She also has mixed in 3 steals and 1 rebound. Desta Trammell with 7 points, 2 steals and a rebound. And Elizabeth Carpenter with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. You see our friends from the Varsity Black Knights getting in a few warm-up shots. The Highlanders doing on the other end of the floor, so all's fair. And we're about 2.5 minutes away from beginning the second half of play here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Don't you dare go away. Second half of the girls' game coming up here on GramstarSports.com. Head coach Lucas Ford is in his 6th season as the skipper for the Lady Knights and has done a fine job turning this program around. Had a few rough years before Ford took the reins in 2017. And he's had a good group of talent to help along the way as well. Back with you live from Robbinsville High School as you see the Lady Knights slowly making their way back out on the floor. The Highlanders doing so as well. To our immediate right, Kevin Hensley with you for tonight's telecast. And we'd like to thank our season-long sponsor while we have a moment, our friends at Blevins Insurance and Blevins Electric. Thank them for helping us make these telecasts possible all season long. We also want to thank our sponsors, Loving Contracting and Coy Adams Timber Company, for all of their contributions along the way as well and helping us as we help support Knights Athletics. Well, there's one thing I didn't get done during the break, folks, and that's get the camera raised. My apologies. We'll get that worked on, hopefully, in between the girls and boys matchup if things don't get too hectic. Robbinsville 22, Highlands 12 as we're back underway. How about Surrey Waddy with a 3-pointer is going to be off. Rebounded by Ezra Branham, and back up the floor goes Highlands. Give you a quick heads up when Robbinsville goes to Highlands. That game will be on the NFHS network. If you have that subscription from that wonderful telecast against Eastern Randolph, wink, wink, then you should be able to watch Robbinsville basketball. That comes up in January, I believe, when they're slated to go to Highlands. As we mentioned, this is the first of 4 here at home, and then Robbinsville will go to Andrews on Tuesday, December the 20th. And that'll be the final game before Santa Claus comes to town. Christmas tournament awaits soon after the holiday at Smoky Mountain High School. And in the blink of an eye, will be in 2023. Kinsley Phillips slowly plucks away a steal. That's her 4th of the ball game. Phillips having a good night. Always does. Always a very consistent defensive player. And not a bad shooter either. Waddy misses on the 3-point attempt, rebounded by Riley Connor. Here's Beatrice Bryson, feeds it back over to the left side, steps on the 2, off the rim. Nobody there to stop Kinsley Grace. That's her 2nd board of the evening. And Kinsley is running point. Don't see that too often. Trammell's going to play wing. How about that? Here's a 3 for Liz Carpenter. And with Cha-Cha, all she tried to do was reach for the rebound, and that made her pay. Scoreless here in the 3rd quarter. Foul called on Aubrey Wachacha, number 3 for the junior forward. And Lucas Ford trying to get a little bit of an explanation for Aubrey's foul. I don't think he was quite satisfied, but hey, the game rolls on. Good call or not. Bryson drives in. Quick kick out to Bella Wilson for 3. It's going to be off. Rebounded by Liz Carpenter. Carpenter now with 3 rebounds tonight. Here's Kinsley Grace for 3. Pretty consistent when she gets one up from outside. That one's not going to work, however. And giving a lot of pressure to Beatrice Bryson before finally giving up the ghost and going inside. Robbinsville playing tough on the perimeter. Kicks it into Aubrey Wachacha. Kicks back out to Bryson. Here's a feed all the way to the other side to change things up to Bella Wilson. It passes by Highlands. Broken up by Wachacha. How about a block and steal for the big junior from Old Santitla Road? Back up the floor. Waddy is smacked away and a block by Bella Wilson. 5'8" senior. Here's Kinsley Phillips. Inbounds it high. Intercepted by Ezra Branham. Bad pass. Rare snafu for Phillips. And she pushes Waddy out of the way, but Waddy's going to get called for what I'd like to call shot interference if we're making another football reference. But nonetheless, they're going to ring up Waddy for not having her feet set. Didn't quite take a bump or anything, but nonetheless, it will be a foul on Surrey Waddy, her first of the evening. And there's Ezra Branham. Our first one's going to be in and out. Scoreless here in the third quarter for either team is still what it was at halftime, 22-12. And it will remain as such with Aubrey Wachacha getting her first rebound of the night. Wachacha's been in foul trouble, so she hadn't had a lot of minutes on the floor just yet. Here's Destiny Shea, kicks it out to Kinsley Phillips. Off the rim, rebounded by Bryson. Guess I need to quantify that as Beatrice Bryson, not Lily Kate. Kate is actually scooting over here to the right side. Number 10 back inside and circles back out. High fade. Kinsley Phillips cleans up the wide shot with a rebound. Drive up the floor by Desta Trammell. Broken up. Good timing by Wilson to break that up. And how about a fly up the floor from Branham? Passes under Wachacha and the bucket. Off the assist from Branham to Lily Kate Bryson. That's the first points of the second half. It is 22-14. Three-pointer assist to Phillips. Negative. Wachacha couldn't hold on to the board. And Highlands will methodically work its way back across half court. Number 34, Bella Wilson, running the ball and feeds it back over to the left side. That's Ezra Branham once again. Don't go anywhere, fans. We'll be back with Varsity Boys action. We're not going to be off the air at any point tonight unless technology or the good Lord above dictates otherwise. Foul called on Lily Kate. Well, Lily Kate with the ball, excuse me. I misspoke there. The foul was actually on Liz Carpenter. That was her first of the evening. Robbinsville with already 3 infractions here in the second half. Highlands has scored 2 here in the third quarter. Robbinsville, none. Heavy pressure. Every time Highlands gets the ball, there's a Robbinsville player blinking them in the eye. Beatrice Bryson trying to make something happen. Drives in low. Basket pass. That's trouble. Good work to get it loose, though, and couldn't finish the shot. Putback will work, though. Nice work by Lily Kate. 4 points here in the second half. Here's Desta Trammell. 22-16. Robbinsville still up by 6 at the moment. Low basket pass from Robbinsville to Waddy, back to Kinsley Phillips. Phillips will try for 3. It's going to be off and rebounded by Bella Wilson. Boy, the shot's not falling now for Robbinsville. And Highlands, dangerous enough to make them pay for that. That one drops. almost out. Waddy will gladly take the interception, drive up the floor for Trammell. She'll get the basket and the foul. So going for the and one off of the Waddy steal will be senior Destiny Trammell. That is your reigning homecoming queen for Robbinsville High School, if you're keeping track at home. Off the floor goes Ezra Branham for a breather. And we'll go for the and one here with 2:22 to go. Should make it a 9-point ball game if she drains it. And flawlessly, as to be expected. So the 3-point play is actually Robbinsville's first points of the half, and a timeout has been called on the floor. So we'll step aside with them. 25-16 Lady Knights here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Back with you, 25-16. Robbinsville leads Highlands here in the first of two tonight in varsity action. We did not stream JV boys, but Robbinsville did pick up the 48-36 victory. That's the first win of the year for the JV Knights. They're now 1-1 on the campaign. They Knott has 16 points to lead Robbinsville in that JV victory, while Isaac Collins had 13. Travel called on Aslan Wyatt Luck, sophomore guard. Be seeing more of her over the next few years. She's been a big impact player for Highlands off the bench in this ball game. Head coach Brett Lamb and boys head coach Caitlin Bishop have flip-flopped roles up on the mountain over the last few years. Brett Lamb was the girls coach. Bishop did lead, Brett Lamb was the boys coach, I beg your pardon. Lamb has now switched over to the girls' side. Bishop went from the girls' team and went now coaching the head coach of the varsity boys. Two very knowledgeable coaches for the Highlanders. They're in good hands. Foul called on, I believe that will go on Kinsley Phillips. It will. That's her second of the game. I learned a hard lesson last week, fans. Every time I thought it was somebody else getting called for the foul, it was not. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut till Jason Postel punches it into the scoreboard. Minute 19 to go here in the third quarter. Is 25-16. And the first of two from Riley Connor goes awry. She'll get the second all net. Fayla Welch taking it out, and we'll give it back to Desta Trammell. A couple of classmates trading the ball here in the third quarter. Surrey Waddy, quick kick to Kinsley Phillips. Back to Waddy. Back to Phillips. Phillips inside, heavy pressure, gets it loose. Hands all around. Didn't see nothing but digits. Foul called. It will be a block. Body block if you'll have it. And they're going to charge that to Beatrice Bryson. That's her second of the ball game. Team second of the half. Robbinsville has 4 in the second half. Highlands 2. High kick in from Kinsley Grace and an immediate three-pointer. Nothing but net for the freshman Surrey Waddy. 28-17 Robbinsville. Kinsley Phillips not letting Wilson get a clear look at anybody. And now Welch on the perimeter guarding Lily Kate Bryson. Katie Lynn Gross back in the game now for the Knights as well. Phillips keeping a close beat on Bella Wilson. Quick kick out. That's trouble. Trammell let her nap over there for a moment. Put back. Hard foul. Welch goes down, as does Bella Wilson. And it'll be Welch charged with the foul. But that's her third of the ball game. Wilson a little dinged up. Almost fell right on top of her. Luck will throw it in. 3-point attempt. It's off. She might actually step on the line. Nonetheless, Kinsley Phillips got the board. And by golly, she got a foul. How about that hard play tonight? Phillips is having a great game. Foul called on Riley Connor. That's her third of the night. 9 seconds. Robbinsville's going to have to make something happen quick here. Kinsley Phillips up the floor. High feed to Fela Welch. Ball gets away. As somehow Welch is rung up. My goodness. 0.3 to go. And it'll be a Highlands inbound right in front of the Robbinsville bench. So probably not going to see anything here but a hope and a prayer put up. And we just had to have some intro music kick in a little bit too quick. I'm not sure who's running the music. The inbound makes it 28-17. We'll go to the fourth quarter, fans, and don't you go away on the Gramstar Sports Network. Welcome back, fans. 28-17. Robbinsville leading Highlands by 11 at the outset of what may be the final stanza. We sure don't want to say it for sure at this moment in time. Hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast of Robbinsville Athletics on the Gramstar Sports Network, your exclusive home and your only legitimate source for Robbinsville Athletics all season long and beyond. Inside floater by Riley Connor. Good moves. Gets the quick bucket for Highlands. Now down by 9. It's 28-19. Kinsley Phillips, quick feed inside to Liz Carpenter. Tries to kick it to freshman Katie Lynn Gross, and they get all entangled on the floor. Don't sue me, Disney. Sorry about that. Shouldn't have said that word. 7:30 to go. High feed in. There's, I believe that was Surrey Waddy. Passed it inside to Liz Carpenter. Travel. No, a jump ball. Wow, a jump ball called. Carpenter got the shot off. Oh, the well. 7:24 left. A very interesting ball game. Nowhere near as explosive as we're used to out of these lady Knights. Kinsley Phillips in transition with a nice bucket. Boy, is she having a night or what, fans? Holy cow. You have the steal to Surrey Waddy. That is her 5th of the ball game. And Phillips gets the basket. And they get an M1 to go with it. And there it is. 3-point play. Timeout called. And I believe it was a full 60-second timeout called by Brett Lamb. Will step aside. It's 31-19, Robbinsville. With 7:12 left here in the ball game, it's 31-19 Robbinsville here on the Gramstar Sports Network. We welcome all of you great Lady Night fans back with us. We'll have the Black Knights on tap. And, of course, if you're tuned in from Highlands, I believe a few of you may be up on the plateau tonight. Welcome. You're always welcome here at the Gramstar Sports Network. You can keep up with all of our coverage of Robbinsville Athletics whenever we're able to stream it. And it's about 90-95% of the time, as we're finding out. And that'll be a double dribble called. I hadn't seen that one tonight. Sariwadi will take the inbound. Feeds it over to Desta Trammell. 7 minutes and counting. Trammell feeds it in. A dangerous pass. Carpenter cleans it up. Here's Kinsley Phillips back to Trammell. Corner three. And she drained it. Believe it or not, folks, that's only the second one from outside tonight for Desta Trammell. Steal for Trammell. She's getting a little fired up. Good to see. Here's the transition basket, coast to coast. Timeout called. Lamb is not thrilled. About a 30-second pause after the 5-0 spurt from Desta Trammell. Back in just a moment. Robbinsville 36, Highlands 19. Welcome back to the Graham Star Sports Network. Don't forget, fans, we'll plug it all night if we have to. Friday, we'll be here for North Buncombe. Big visit for our friends from Weaverville here in Graham County. Next Tuesday, we'll bring the Cherokee Braves to town. Next Friday, we'll see a visit from Murphy. You'll want to circle that one on your calendar for sure. Foul called on the putback. I believe that was Kinsley Grace, number 3, charged to her tonight. And watch me be wrong about that. Nope, that's her 4th. Hi, it was the right player. Wrong amount of fouls. 4 fouls, but she's playing her butt off. Here's Lily Kate Bryson. First to 2 drops off the back side of the rim. Highlands in the bonus. They only have 4 fouls. Robbinsville with 7 here in the second half. High shot. Rebound efforts underway, and Highlands will get up with it. How about that? 3-point shot off the rim. Here's Kinsley Phillips with the rebound, because why not? Kinsley Phillips is all about rebounding here tonight. And kind of a misstep there, and it showed. Passed it right to Branham for a transition basket. And it's still a 15-point ball game, though, 36-21 with 5:42 to go. The screen set by Carpenter. It clears the pathway. Foul on the floor. And, boy, Bella Wilson has been banged around like a ping pong ball tonight. She's actually called on the foul. But I think she got the worst end of that one. Feed into Sariwadi. Floater goes up. Nothing doing. Rebounded by Wilson. Carpenter just shirks it away, but it ends up dropping out of bounds. And possession stays with the Highlanders. Highlands always travels well. Good to see so many fans here tonight from Macon County. Their cheerleaders are here as well. Helps provide a festive atmosphere. Low feed. Highlands still taking their time. Rebounded quickly by Waddy. And she gives it right to her senior point guard, Desta Trammell. Waddy with 3 points tonight, but 5 steals, 2 rebounds. Not always about what's in the scorebook. Those defensive stats are big. Just ask Kinsley Phillips here tonight. She's having a wonderful evening. Waddy for 3 off the Trammell pass. Make that 6 for the freshman. Assist goes to Desta Trammell. 39-21, Robbinsville. Stolen away by Trammell as soon as she gets up. Riley Connor says, nay, nay. Let's jostle over it. And Trammell's 4th steal is short-lived. Aubrey Wachachi's going to check back in. Katie Glenn Gross will jog off the court. There'll be an inbound for Sorry Waddy to Dustin Trammell. 4:34 left in the varsity girls game. Robbinsville boys coming up next against Highlands. They're also 2-0. We'll talk more about those two programs as their game progresses. Trammell tried to just pull off a shot there and couldn't pull off the miracle. Fought and clawed and tried her best and came up empty. Here's Kinsley Phillips searching the floor for options. Off of Carpenter's hand and into Branham's hand. Phillips swats it away, almost to backcourt. Branham stops it about a step shy. Low feed inside. Liz Carpenter with another steal. Don't see that too often. The jostle over the ball continues. Kinsley Phillips eventually will slow things down. Carpenter has 3 steals tonight. All inside, of course. Make a name for herself this year by far. Trammell high feed in. Tried a basket. And outpaced on the rebound by Branham was Wachacha. And that one is just simply broken up. No two ways about it. Patrice Bryson and Liz Carpenter tumble to the floor. Tougher than a Waffle House steak. They both jump right back up. Here's Dustin Trammell. High feed to Wachacha. She'll reel it back. Passes all around. Here's a 2-point error inside for Trammell. 3:04 to go. 41-21. Robbinsville has really limited these Highlanders tonight. Highlands lost 49-33 in their season opener to Cherokee, and then lost 60-25 to a very good Rosman team. And of course, as we mentioned, defeated Murphy on Friday. Rebound by Carpenter. She just chunked it down the floor, praying that Aubrey Wachacha would come up with it, and that was not the case. Lily K. Bryson circles around the arc. 2:26 to go. 20-point lead for the Lady Knights. Branham reels that one in before it reaches the bleachers. On the floor, foul called. And it looks like that's going to be Hunter Connor checking in for Highlands with 2:11 left. At the line is Beatrice Bryson. She'll be missed next year. On the 1-and-1, nothing doing. Aubrey Wachacha pulls it down. Quick feed up the floor. Carpenter tried it. Foul called. It will go back the other way. On the 1-and-1, Carpenter went up for a shot and was called for a foul. And maybe a good idea to join him on the other end of the floor. 2:03 to go. We're getting a little foul heavy late for it to be such a wide deficit. 1-and-1 will be the challenge issued to number 23. That's Mackenzie Woods. Seeing her first action of the night. She's a junior guard for Highlands, so she'll be back around next year. Sure, she'll see a lot of playing time. And the second one's out. Carpenter fights for that board. Good work by Liz Carpenter. Boy, she's had a great defensive game as well. Let's not discount her efforts here tonight. 5 rebounds, 3 steals for the sophomore from Carpenter Hollow. Quick track out to Lulu will help you on your map. High feed. Carpenter gives it right back to Wachacha for the assist. My goodness, what a play. Robbinsville has shown spurts of excitement tonight, but it's been a very methodical ball game. 43-22 is the score at the moment. Hey, not every game's going to be a razzle-dazzle basketball game for sure. Carpenter with another steal, but it immediately goes out of bounds. I'm not sure we'll give her credit for that because she didn't really have control of it before it went over the line. 1:16 to go. Inbounding will be marked on the roster as A. Woods. I'm sure she has more than that to her name. Desta Trammell will take the gift, flying up the floor. Flies to the basket. Rolls it over. Rebounded by Branham. Or excuse me, that's Woods on the rebound. My apologies. And back up the floor goes Luck now. 2-point shot by Lily K. Bryson. Nothing doing. Rebounded by Wachacha. Quick feed down the floor to Trammell. She'll go into the paint. And she'll miss it. 49 seconds. The clock stops, though. And she'll get a chance to shoot another foul shot or two. It will be a two-shot foul. Highlands now with just their sixth foul of the evening. Or excuse me, the half. And as Desta Trammell tends to do, she makes her foul shot. Her first of the night. Trammell with 18 points here tonight. See if she can make it 2 for 2 here on this trip. She is perfect at the line this evening. 5 for 5. And she's going to check out with a 23-point lead. .46 seconds to go. This one is academic at this point. Anna York has checked in, a freshman. She's battling about 3 of the Highlanders. On the floor right now, Anna Williams, number 5. Fayla Welch, number 50. Aubrey Wachacha, number 44. Katie Lynn Gross, number 13. Anna York, number 12. And Olivia Lewis just checked in, the sophomore from Old Sweetwater. So Wachacha's night's done. Freshmen and sophomores on the floor except for Welch, who is a senior. Good position to be in if you're Robbinsville. You got some depth. That fifth quarter rule has been big already this year for varsity sports. Of course, there was no JV girls game, so these girls are fresh as daisies. Anna Williams will run point as they're getting a little bit of playing time here in the closing seconds. Jump ball called as Olivia Lewis scanned the floor for options. The possession stays with Robbinsville. Ball stolen upon the inbound. Feed goes into the paint. Can't finish the shot. Rebounded by Lewis. Welch trying to get out of trouble. How about some sick moves from Fayla Welch? Showing off a little basketball acumen right here in the closing seconds. Somewhere on Mountain Creek, there was a hoop and a holler over that. We're going to be done, folks. 45-22. Robbinsville improves to 3-0 on the season. The Lady Highlanders drop to 1-3.
All right, fans, welcome back here to the Ramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you for the varsity boys matchup. As I just mentioned a moment ago, our tablet has decided that it's going to start trying to die on us, so we had to plug it up. And we'll do the best we can, screaming about the action here on the floor. Almost out of violation before the tip-off, for Pete's sake. Eager players. Open tip goes to Highlands. We are underway. Action tips off at 7:42 p.m. Quick shot. And a foul inside for Harrison Gates. And we're underway. Senior point guard Bryce Adams with the ball. 7:45 to go here in the opening stanza. We're just getting started. How about an interception for Casey Mitchell, sophomore guard for the Highlanders. Nathaniel Shope guarding him heavy on the perimeter. Pressure out of bounds. Bryce Adams making a good play. And if you are just joining us, fans, Robbinsville's girls just defeated Highlands, improving to 3-0 in the season, 45-22 your final score. Destin Trammell had 19 points, 4 steals, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. How about a steal here for Xander Wachacha? Basket is broken up, jump ball, and possession stays with the Highlanders. Kinsley Phillips finished the game with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and an assist. Meanwhile, Surrey Waddy with 6 points, but she had 5 steals and 2 rebounds. And it looks like the basket is going to count for the Highlanders. Or excuse me, for Wachacha, I beg your pardon. And a chance for the super duper rare 4-point play after Wachacha's bucket. And he'll by golly get it 4-0 Robbinsville here in the early going. Robbinsville pressing the Highlanders. That's trouble. These Knights are speedy. Bo Rattler dives in. Jump ball called, and the fans here in Robbinsville expressing all the adoration they can for these boys. They are hustling here in the early going. And press broken at long last. Here's a quick high feed. Nathaniel Schote, 6'6" in your program with the rebound. Xander Wachacha brings it up the right side of the floor. Gets it over to the senior point guard, Brock Adams. Kick in. Rattler inside to Bryce Adams for 2. Nothing Robbinsville here in the early going. Adams nicks it. Rattler with a big save. Wachacha drives in. Ball broken up. Foul call. Everybody pleading their innocence. I don't think the refs are buying it. It'll be a 2-point or a 2-shot foul, I beg your pardon, for Bryce Adams. That is Harrison Gates, charged with his 2nd infraction already. And Adams makes his first, starting with 3 points here tonight. All around the world finally drops in after the big flirt. 8-0 Black Knights with just a minute and a half off the clock. Wachacha steal and a bucket. Boy, Bishop is having a fit over here on the side. Highlands can't get it together. Last touched by Bryce Adams. Steal for Brock. Fade to Wachacha. Steal, assist. Wachacha. 12-0 Robbinsville. Timeout called by Caitlin Bishop and the Highlanders. Boy, Robbinsville is just cooking on pure gasoline at the moment. 12-0 with 6:07 to go here in the opening quarter on the Ramstar Sports Network. Inbound finally gets it in. Robbinsville's press is doing nothing but paying dividends here in the early going. Rebound by Nathaniel Schote, but it goes off his fingers. And that may be a foul called on Robbinsville. It will be. It's on senior Brock Adams. Inbound under the net for Casey Mitchell, sophomore guard. And a little bit of discussion with the officials here. See what's up with that. Inbound finally gets in. Landon Green with the ball now for the Highlanders. Thinks about a three, changes his mind, drives in, kicks it out to J.D. Head, who's in the game in relief. How about a steal for Bryce Adams? Wachacha, nobody gonna catch him. Another bucket. Wachacha's already racked up a lot of points here in the early going. 14-0 Robbinsville. All last touched by Robbinsville. Brock Adams tried his darndest to save it. Could not get the job done. Feed over to the side. Highlands still shut out at the moment. Three-point attempt may break that up. It's not going to. Brock Adams tries to break up the rebound. And at least distracts it long enough to force a turnover. Judge again, high feed to Shope. Off the bucket. Rebounded by the Highlanders. 14-0 here in the first quarter. Robbinsville dictating everything at the moment. And that'll finally break up the monotony. Number 10, Landon Green, gets the Highlanders on the board here in the first quarter. The shot to three, changes mind. And that slight hesitation results in a travel. Inbound coming from Mitchell right over here below us. Robbinsville pressing again. This has been sharp early. Shope lets him float around and he'll get the basket. That was Nathan Keener for the Highlanders. 14-4 your score. Senior Brock Adams scopes the floor. And he'll give it to Wachacha on the right side as he tries to figure out what to do. Back over to Adams on the left side. Drives in, shirks around, feeds the Shope. Bryce Adams, his brother. And that's two more. Robbinsville 16, Highlands 4. And they just can't handle the hot potato there. Last touched by the Highlanders. Out it goes. Here's Brock Adams. 3:55 to go here in the first quarter. 16-4 Black Knights. Wachacha for three. In and out. Adams with a putback. Not good, but it will be a foul he draws nonetheless. And Highlands is racking up a lot here in the first quarter. 3:47 left. And they've already got 4 fouls on them. That one goes against Nathan Keener, his first of the night. Bryce Adams misses his first of 2. He was 2 for 2 in his first trip to the foul line. And he'll make it 3 of 4 from the charity stripe tonight is Bryce Adams, the younger brother of point guard Brock. And Bryce is the big forward inside for Robbinsville. Still 2 years left on his contract. No shot. Foul on the floor. And the foul was on Bryce. His first of the game, 3:41 to go. How about a big block by Nathaniel Shope? Cleans it up. Brock Adams drops the dime. 18-4 Robbinsville. Boy, there's one thing about it. The Knights are exciting to watch. Holy cow. $19-4 Knights. 3:13 to go in the first quarter. Wachacha back over inside to Bryce Adams for a jumper. And that'll be in and out. Rebounded by Case and Mitchell for the Highlanders. Actions moving so fast the lens can't even keep up with the autofocus. My apologies. Bryce Adams with a steal. Here's Brock Adams up the floor. driving fearlessly into 2 or 3 Highlanders. And I believe he'll get the foul call. Can't hate that. Foul is on Casey Mitchell. That's going to be the 5th foul for Highlands here in the first quarter. Won't be long until the bonus pops up on the scoreboard. A lot of ball game left to play. Will not be a shooting foul, however. Caleb Draper's in the game, and as soon as he gets the ball, he scoots a little too much for the ref's comfort. Travel call. Robbinsville started this game on a 14-0 run before Highlands even blinked, really. Intercepted by who else but Bryce Adams. Foul called. Bodies strewn everywhere. Bryce Adams with 3 steals already in the ball game. Big shout out to Tayan Bridges down here below us, hanging out with us tonight. Good to see her. Wonderful young lady. And there's Mr. Adams making his first. It's 2 fouls for Casey Mitchell. Stand corrected. 20-4 Robbinsville here in the first quarter. Maybe 21 in just a moment. And it is. Kind of stepped out there. Refs didn't catch it. Not for me to say. I'm not on the floor. And the ball goes out as a photographer, I believe, for the Highlander will reel it in. Highlander, one of our community newspapers, if you'll have it. Privilege getting the CNI umbrella. Them Star's been owned by CNI since 1988. There's a fun fact. Rock Adams thought about 3, changed his mind. He'll jump inside, feeds it last second to Quinn Jumper, who's in the game now. Jumper with a no doubt 2. 3 assists tonight for Brock Adams. Here's Bryce with a steal around the screen. Brock tried to get the rebound, but he stepped out again. Somebody needs to tell Bryce Adams to calm down. He's supposed to be an inside player. He's got 4 steals here in the first quarter. I'm sure Tommy and Andrew are all for that. Very proud parents of Brock and Bryce. Highlands trying to do something, anything at the moment. Not that. Turnover goes back to Robbinsville. Robbinsville 23, Highlands 4. There was talk last week during the season opener against Smoky Mountain, which went to overtime. Robbinsville did win at 64-54. If you were here with us, I almost lost my voice calling the game. Got a little excited. Tend to do that on the Grand Star Sports Network when we cover Black Knight athletics. We try to stay neutral. A lot of talk, however, about basketball legs not being quite under Robbinsville yet. They took a foray over to Macon County Friday, and it looks like they've gotten their basketball legs under them here in the first quarter, at least tonight. It takes a while. It takes a lot of in-game play. That's a good save on that rebound by Caleb Draper, another senior for Robbinsville. They've got 4 this year. Clock dips under the 1-minute mark. And a jostle on the floor. Draper with a hard fought jump ball turns it over to Robbinsville. Another foul for Highlands. Draper makes his first. It's actually a 1-and-1, so Draper got a little excited to get back on defense. Hey, he's rusty. He hasn't played basketball in about a year. Give him a break. Foul was on J.D. Head if you're keeping track at home. Draper goes 1 of 2. Last touched by the Highlanders, number 25, James Earp, trying to make something happen there. Boy, Robbinsville putting up some NBA numbers here in the first quarter. But not a play like that. It's going to make them look good. There's a turnover. Heavy pressure. Quinn Jumper tries to rip it out of his hands. Can't do it. Foul on the floor. Charge to Jumper. 37 seconds left here in the opening period. Gate over in the corner. JD head in trouble. Double team pressure. Now triple team. Ball broken up quickly. Cleaned up by Keener. He drives in. Puts up a whim and comes up empty, but he gets the foul call. Bryce Adams shakes his head in disbelief over that call. 27 seconds to go in the first quarter. Nathan Keener at the foul line. And Keener will make his first. And his second. Trims it to 24-6. With 23 seconds left, Brock Adams will slowly make his way up the floor. As Robbinsville looking to get the final salvo here in the opening quarter. Good screen by Jumper. Opens up some room. There's Shope. And almost went in. Didn't quite get it done. Austin Crisp with a hard-fought rebound. And he draws the foul. And since it is already bonus time, our good friend Austin Crisp will get to go to the foul line with 3 seconds left. Foul charge to Landon Green, second already. Highlands has 8 fouls here in the first quarter. Robbinsville 4. First bucket made by Crisp. 25-6 Black Knights. Second one off the front of the rim. Lane violation called anyway. High heave, nothing doing. Robbinsville has opened up a 25-6 lead over Highlands. We'll be back in just a moment on the Graham Star Sports Network. Hey folks, welcome back. It's the Graham Star Sports Network, your exclusive home for Robbinsville Athletics, and we are streaming all season long and beyond. Kevin Hensley with you for tonight's telecast of Knights basketball here inside the Robbinsville High School Gymnasium. And if you're just tuning in, Robbinsville has exploded here in the first half. 25 points in the first quarter to Highlands 6. And here we are. Rebound snagged by the Highlanders. Hard fought rebound for number 25, James Earp, who's got it now. And the cha-cha will just run right through the middle. It's broken up though. Chacho's looking for a foul call. I don't think he got it. Chacho now with 3 steals in the ball game. Bryce Adams has approximately 45 already. That's an exaggeration, of course. Here's Nathan Keener on the pick of his own for Highlands. Low feed. Foul. Nope. Check that ball actually went out on the floor. My mistake. Sorry about that. Here's Xander Wachacha back up the floor with 7:13 left in the half. Robbinsville started out this game in a full-court press, and Highlands could do absolutely nothing with it. 14-0 start for the Black Knights before Highlands even cracked the scoreboard. But some tough passes here in the second quarter. Robbinsville not looking good here in the early going of quarter number 2. Ball will be inbounded by Xander Wachacha. Here's Nathaniel Shope with a bucket. (27-6). Ball goes out again. Turns over to Robbinsville. Wachacha will inbound it to Caleb Draper. Rock Adams is taking a breather. On the floor now for Robbinsville to fill out the 5 is Quinn Jumper, Nathaniel Shope, and freshman Dane Knott. Knott with the ball now. Feeds over to the right side to Wachacha. Good pass. But they're going to say Wachacha traveled while making the shot. Turns it over to Highlands. Six minutes left in the half. And A.J. Farr gets woke up over on the wall. He's an easy target. He's unfazed. We'll give him credit for that. Tough little kid. Here's Wachacha. Not thought about a 3. Changes his tune. Here's Shope. High kick to Wachacha for 3. Off. Rebounded by Highlands. Wachacha will get the empty shot. And foul is called. I think it was on Dane Knott. It was. And there's the trip to the charity stripe for Wachacha. Hey guys, if you're commenting on our video right now, we actually don't have the camera zoomed in that far. That's something YouTube's done to us in the last couple of minutes. But we've zoomed it out on our end. Maybe that'll help. Zoom out even more, I guess. Thanks for the heads up. Sorry about that. We'll do our very best. We can zoom out pretty wide, but then we're afraid there'll be little ants on the floor. Got it fixed now. Good to see that. 2 points from Nathan Keener. Highlands now with a scant 8 here in the ball game. Robbinsville has put up 27 already. Ball goes out. Jumper retrieved it, but he also last touched it. .448 to go. 3-pointer for Xander Wachacha. Off the Dane Knott's assist. Heavy triple team pressure. Caitlin Bishop calls a timeout to get her Highlanders out of trouble. We'll take it with her here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Back in just a moment. .427 left in the first half. It is 30-8. Robbinsville in full control of things here tonight. on this Tuesday night in Graham County, North Carolina. We once again appreciate all of you great fans tuning in. And while you're listening, we want to thank our season-long sponsors, Blevins Insurance and Blevins Electric, helping us make these telecasts possible. What effort by Bo Rattler to get it off the Highlanders, but they're going to say Rattler still touched it last. All righty then. Casey Mitchell will reel it in instead. London Contracting and Coy Adams Timber Company, our other sponsors along the way, helping make the Graham Star Sports Network possible for all of you great White Knight fans. High feed in. Ball goes out. No doubt about it that time. That was on Highlands. J.D. Head is charged with it. We're still zoomed way out. I hope that's okay, folks. That's nothing we did, as we said earlier. That was a double zoom on our streamer's part, not us. We'll zoomed out about as far as we can. They look like little minuscule ants on the court now, but we'll press on. Keener puts it up, pulls it down. James Hurt, and a travel called on the effort. Well, Highlands just cannot get into a groove here tonight. I was going to put up 25 on them in the first quarter. .46 to go. We'll work on the Zoom at halftime if we can. I hate to have stopped the stream and started back. That may lose the link, and boy, I don't want to do that. Here's Brock Adams, floats in. And it's last touched somehow by Robbinsville. Okie doke. Highlands with the ball. Coast to coast attempt is awry. Another travel. Brock Adams with the ball. Not to Brock Adams. Here's Bo Rattler for three. Off the rim. Rebounded by the Highlanders. Trying to catch the jersey number. That was Luke Ramos on the rebound, senior Highlander. 3:02 to go in the half. Foul call on Bo Rattler as we're trying to keep up with a lot of moving parts here at the moment. J.D. Head trying to get out of trouble under the pressure again. Chucks it out to enough man at the top. Case and Mitchell. Rebounded by Brock Adams. Three-pointer for Wachacha. Nothing doing. And Nathaniel Shope crumbles on top of Luke Ramos. And Brock Adams fighting for dear life for the ball. Inbound will go to the Highlanders. Intercepted by Nathaniel Shope. Brock Adams feeds it up the floor to Bo Rattler. Back inside. Off the side of the glass there. Pass attempt. Rattler gets it right back. We'll take that. Puts it up. Nothing doing. Gets his own rebound again. Rolls out. Last touch by Robbinsville. .209 to go here in the half. Chacha still pass to Adams for three. Off the rim. Adams wins the race, but draws a foul as well. Good work by Brock Adams. Brock Adams will now go to the line. It's double bonus time, so he'll get 2 shots here. He'll make his first, makes it 31-8. The foul was on Kason Mitchell. That is his third already, so he'll have to pause for a moment on the Highlanders bench. I've got the video fixed now. Not sure how the quadruple zoom got turned on, but I think we got it now. Thank you, fans, for letting us know about it. Had a few folks reaching out. Adams goes 1 for 2. Good screen sent by Harrison Gates, and he'll drive in now. Here's a 2-pointer. In and out, Bo Rattler with the rebound for Robbinsville. Here's Wachacha for 3. It's off the rim. Rebounded by the Highlanders. Ramos pulls down the board. Hit hard by Wachacha. Undeniable foul there. Wachacha run right into him. And he draws the infraction. I believe that was 7 fouls, so it is a 1-and-1. If they'll ever get to the basket with it, it'll be a bonus. So, both teams in a bonus. Robbinsville in the double. Highlands in the single. 17 fouls between both teams here in the first half. And Ramos will take his licks here in just a moment. And he'll miss his only attempt at it, looks like. Throwback. Highlands puts it up. Nothing doing. Rebounded by Earp. Nothing doing again. And finally, 2 points by Landon Green. And Highlands in double digits now, 31-10. Here's Wachacha. Thought about 3. Changed his mind. Feed inside to Bo Rattler. Ball coughed up as he travels. 53 seconds left in the half. Robbinsville 31. Highlands 10. Well, folks, it was a 25-6 first quarter for the Black Knights, and in this quarter, well, it's been a 6-4 quarter for the Black Knights. Not a lot of offense, a lot of turnovers. Wachacha goes flying into the student section. Lands right at the feet of our athletic director, D. Walsh. Catches some light-hearted taunting from his peers winning on the Knights here tonight. Gates is a big man, and he just got his 3rd foul as a result. Here's Wachacha, changed his mind. Adams on the right side, under heavy pressure by Nathan Keener. Feeds back over to Shope. Here's Rattler. 18 seconds to go. Pass to Wachacha. Pass to Dane Knott for 3. Off the rim, Bo Rattler's putback draws yet another foul. Rattler with 4 rebounds tonight and an assist to his credit. And he's going to take a shot at it now. Double bonus time. That was on Keener. That was his 2nd. This is his 1st. Makes the 2nd. 5 seconds. Highland's going to try to make something happen quick. And that was going to roll out. Cut back attempt by Gates, no good. Shope pulls down the board, and we'll go to the break. It is 32-10. Robbinsville in full control of the Highlanders. We'll be back in just a moment, fans, with some halftime stats. You're in the right place for Black Knight Athletics here on the Grand Star Sports Network. All right, fans, we are back live from Robbinsville High School. At halftime, it is 32-10 in favor of the Black Knights. Xander Wachacha in the first half with 13 points, 3 steals. Bryce Adams with 8 points, 4 steals, and a rebound. Brock Adams with 3 points, but 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. We're about 5.5 minutes away from beginning the second half. As Sweet Caroline belts out here at Robbinsville High School, we'll step back away and be back with you for the second half of play between Robbinsville and Highlands. You are watching the Grand Star Sports Network. All right, fans, we're back. We're live from Robbinsville High School. Second half about to begin here on the Grand Star Sports Network. 32-10 in favor of the visitors. Or excuse me, the homesteading Knights. I should say the visitors are having a little bit of trouble. 10 points in the first half. Not a good look so far for the Highlanders. They had 6 in the first. They had 4 in the second. They actually have, in a statistical anomaly, they actually have more fouls than points here tonight. Yikes. It'll be Robbinsville basketball to begin things. Feed low to Shope. Rattler inside, back to Shope again. He just reached over everybody. Casually drops 2. Assist goes to Bo Rattler, and that's how the second half begins for Robbinsville. Hard off Brock Adams. He'll pluck the ball away. Flies up the floor. And almost pulled off with some magic. But he'll get the foul. Second steal of the ball game for the senior point guard, Brock Adams. Foul is on James Earp, number 2 for Mr. Earp here tonight. And Brock makes his first. He's only had 1 trip to the foul line tonight. He's went 1 of 2 on it. Now, of course, 2 for 3. And that was off. Nathaniel Shope with the quick reel in. Keeps it in Robbinsville's corner. Shope with 3 rebounds tonight. Here's Machacha with the behind the back pass. Oh, so casual from Brock Adams to Xander Machacha. My goodness. Hey, whatever works. That ball goes out. Robbinsville just in a groove right now. 6-0 run to start the third quarter. Adams sets up another play. 38-10 Black Knights. Adams almost traveled, kept it under control. Older brother Brock chunks it across the floor. Here's Wachacha wide open on the perimeter again. You can't do that. Rebounded by Harrison Gates. Put back. Bryce Adams just ripped it out of Gates' hand and just dropped it. Foul on the other end. Wachacha rung up for the infraction. That is his second foul of the night. Inbound coming. Off of Brock Adams. So they'll try it again. It is 40-10 Robbinsville here in the third quarter. And we'll stay up late tonight to make sure all of you great Black Knight fans have all of this action recapped in the Grand Star. So pick up a copy. It'll be on the streets tomorrow afternoon. As we say in the South, good Lord willing. Brock Adams feeds it inside to Bryce Adams. Kicks out. Rattler thought about it. Changed his mind. Floater. Rebounded. Nice rebound by Nathan Keener for the Highlanders. Gotta love the chicanery right there. Bryce Adams couldn't help but chuckle at it either. Smart play by Highlands. When you're down by 30, you gotta do anything you can. Everybody's scrambling. Here's a high feed. They're not gonna bring him up on backcourt. Adams almost stole it from Keener. Wachacha's tried to. And we got a soccer match developing out here on the floor. 2 points for James Hurt. Do we have a technical foul? I think we do. I heard 2 whistles. And we got some discussion. Players getting a little heated here in the third quarter. Maybe a double T. We'll see what they ring up here. It is on James Earp. His second of the evening. And Adams missed his first technical attempt. Earp's talking a little trash, got a little carried away. It happens, especially in high school. Adams goes 1 of 2. 41-12. It's actually going to be a double T. And they're going to have to sit down Mr. Earp here. Bo Rattler now takes 2. First shot is in and good. Second one's off. Robbinsville goes 2 for 4 on the freebies. Back to a 30-point lead. And it is Black Knights basketball. Highlands is on the other end of the floor ready to defend their basket. Robbinsville had a free go at it if they wanted it. Officials were a little nice about it. 10-2 start to the second half for the Knights. Low pass goes awry. Wachacha for 3. Off the side of the rim. Brock Adams saves it with a heave and a hoe. But it's intercepted by the Highlanders. Quick pace. Rebounded by Bryce Adams. And quickly back in the clutches of Bo Rattler and the Robbinsville Black Knights. Adams dumps it across the floor to Bo Rattler, who changed his mind, feeds it inside to Choke for 2. Yes, sir. Nathaniel Choke gets a jumper. Oh, Rattler with 3 assists here tonight for Robbinsville. Clean jumper, and Isaiah Brown with reverse jersey numbers 12 and 21 are ready to check in whenever a moment arises to do so. Nathaniel Choke pulls down his 4th board of the evening. 4:28 left in the third quarter. Wachacha for 3. Off the rim, rebounded by Casey Mitchell for the Highlanders. High feed, quick basket, and it's good. See who that was. I feel like I got to read on the jersey. That was number 10, Landon Green for Highlands. Still a 30-point deficit. 30-second timeout called by Jake Beasley for the Black Knights. Stay with us, fans, on the Grand Star Sports Network. Isaiah Brown's in. He's going to inbound it. Isaiah's a great kid, sophomore for Robbinsville. Shooting threat wherever he's out on the floor. Spot will open up for him for varsity next year. I just know it. And you got to love the fact that he's a Hulk Hogan fan on top of that. 3:45 to go. Tried to pass it to Harrison Gates. Clean jumper says nay. Steals it away. Wachacha still in, feeds it over last second to Isaiah Brown. Put back by Bryce Adams for 2. My, it's 46-14. Robbinsville just blowing them out here in the third quarter. And even with the reserves in, they're doing some damage. There's 2 for J.D. Head. Trims it back to a 30-point deficit. Brock Adams still running point. Shope, Rattler on the bench right now. Your only two starters off the floor at the moment. And a foul called on J.D. Head, it looks like. Highlands in foul trouble. 4 fouls on Earp, 4 fouls on Gates. Now after that, so it wasn't Head, my mistake, it was Harrison Gates. 2:57 left to go. Here's Brock Adams, feeds it to Isaiah Brown for 2 off the rim. Trying to give him all the chances he can to score. He'll get a rebound, take that. Adams thought about 3, but when you're up by 30, why take a chance? Adams resets all the way out nearly at half court. Robbinsville is going to try to dig into his playbook here. And with an errant pass like that, they won't get too far. Turns it over to the Highlanders. Taking it off is Landon Green. Here's Keener driving in. Spin move. Tip. It's his own rebound. J.D. Head tries to put it up. Can't do it. Rebounded by Wachacha. Foul on the floor as Wachacha was driving. I think that was on J.D. Head that time for sure. That's only his second. It is a foul on the floor, so it won't be a shooting foul. Highlands already with 5 now. How about Adams off the inbound, trying his best to leap it in, can't do it. Bryce Adams with another steal. He crashes into the bleachers. Quinn Jumper draws the foul. Six steals tonight for the big sophomore forward, Bryce Adams. And now Quinn Jumper goes to the foul line off of the efforts from Luke Ramos. Foul number 1 on Mr. Ramos. Jumper makes his first. Misses the second. Rebounded by Highlands. Blake Jossel gets a foul call on Quinn Jumper now. His second of the game. Highlands basketball with 1:46 to go. Robbinsville 47. Highlands 16. In and out. Rebounded by Caleb Draper, who's back in. Second board of the game for the senior. Adams high feed inside the Bryce. Quinn Jumper cleans it up. Almost lost that ball, but I'll try it again. Ball smacked away by Keener. 1:04 to go. I think Robbinsville trying to do all it can to avoid setting a running clock in place here. Not wanting to rush things, get as much playing time as you can. That one's off. Jumper with a quick rebound. And a foul called on the drive. .47 seconds left here in the third quarter. Foul is on Jake Ramos. That's number 2 for him here tonight. Luke Ramos got a little excited there, went for it even though it's a 2-shot foul. Adams made the first. Second one's off. Putback by Bryce Adams is almost good, though. I'm telling you, folks, I don't want to jinx it. Bryce Adams is getting a little bit dangerously close to having a statistical star here tonight. Oh, Adams slammed down hard on that. My. No foul calls. Visual better get control of this quick. 2 points for Case and Mitchell. Highlands ekes back to within 30, 48-18 with 16 seconds and counting. Adams inside. And an offensive charge called. Well, how about that? That's his third foul of the game. Well, Highlands may hold the cards here to end the third. And Luke Ramos can't hold on to it. Isaiah Brown gets another steal. At the buzzer, Rachacha drops it in. Because why the heck not? I think the shot will count. And it does. We'll go in to the fourth quarter after another three-pointer from Alexander Wachacha, who's just lights out tonight. 51-18, Robbinsville. All right, fans, we'll start it back. Welcome to Robbinsville. We're back for the final quarter of play here tonight on the Grand Star Sports Network. As we mentioned, we'll be back with you Friday. Robbinsville hosting North Buncombe, coming all the way out here from Weaverville. We'll enjoy having the Blackhawks in town. Next week is conference action against Cherokee and Murphy, so it's a tough slate to line up at the beginning of your divisional schedule. But you press on. You play with the cards that are dealt. And Robbinsville, as we've mentioned already tonight, has had the fortunate pleasure of having 5 of its first 6 games this season at home. It was awesome. It was so bad. All right, I'll do that. I'll do it during the timeout. Again, I mean, it was like my hair was rising. Oh my God. Yeah. That's very sweet. Thank you. I will do that. Thanks. Well, folks, we've lost a bracelet here in the gym, or someone has. But we haven't announced that to the crowd yet. No pawn shops around Graham County anymore, unfortunately, so we'll see if anybody claims it. Meanwhile, on the floor, score has remained unblemished since the start of the fourth. Bryce Adams' efforts did not change that. Now the Clem Jumpers rebounded by Highlands. They fly at the floor by Case and Mitchell. Gets the basket and draws the foul. Highlands cracks the 20-point mark after that bucket. The foul is on Quinn Jumper for Robbinsville. That is his fourth, check that, of the ballgame. And now Mitchell with a chance for a three-point play here. And they get it. So back down to a 30-point lead for Robbinsville. I don't mean to say that disparagingly. Knights have held all the cards here tonight. Bryce Adams defiant in his pursuit of the basket. He draws the foul with 6:37 to go. Foul is on Luke Ramos, who has some to burn. That's only his third here tonight. And freshman Luke Lovin will check in for Quinn Jumper, the guard for the Knights, making his first varsity appearance of the evening. Bryce Adams goes 1 of 2, 52-21 Robbinsville. Stats aplenty tonight. We'll crunch the top 3 leaders for Robbinsville after the conclusion of tonight's game. Ball coughed up. Wachacha with yet another act of thievery. Three-pointer. Yes, sir. Give the assist to Luke Lovin. 55-21 Robbinsville. Good kick out. Nice read by Isaiah Villardo. Landon Green couldn't get it though. Rebounded by Isaiah Brown. Basket broke it up. Draper trying his darndest. Couldn't get it. Turnover again with Chacha. Because why not? Ball's out. Last touched by the Highlanders. 5:32 to go in the ball game. After those home games are over, folks, Robbinsville will travel to Andrews on Tuesday, December the 20th. They not shot is off, put back by Nathaniel Shope, I beg your pardon. It was good. And that'll be Robbinsville's final game before the Christmas break. Stolen again by Isaiah Brown. He's coming off the bench and gotten 3 steals so far tonight. Not trying again. Changed his mind. Feeds it inside to Shope for 2. Rebounded. Off the errant shot. 5 minutes to go. Rebounded by eventually Dane Knott. And that will be Robbinsville basketball. And a jump ball. Possession goes to the Highlanders with 4:38 left. Drive in, Green, last second pass. And a foul is called. So they charge it on. It'll be Villardo taking the foul shots. First foul of the evening for Luke Lovin. First. 57-21. Villardo's second also off. Putback attempt, no good. Ramos fights for it. Villardo will get the floater. So he eventually got the basket. It's 57-23 now. And how about freshman Luke Lovin running the offense? Dad Brandon standing down here to our left. Watching keenly, of course. Hey, Dane Knott's parents tuned in as well. They're watching on the other side of the court from us. Gotta love the support. The Knights give these teams. Lovin for 3 off the rim. Draper fighting for the rebound. Goes to the floor to get it. Jump ball called with 3:51 to go. Three for Knott. That is good. First points tonight for the freshman Dane Knott. Here in Varsity anyway, he scored 16 to lead the JV team to victory earlier. 2 for Landon Green on the other end of the floor. 60-25 if you're keeping track at home with 3:27 left. Big steal by Green. Lovin fighting for it. And his efforts get him a foul call. Number 2 of the game for Luke Lovin. Inbound coming for the Highlanders right next to their bench. The head coach, Caitlin Bishop. directing traffic as Luke Ramos checks out. And in the game now, Brian Jarquin, freshman for the Highlanders. Drive in by Green. Green putting together a nice little flurry here late. 60-27. This one almost in the record books though, folks. Loving to Caleb Draper. Rebounded by the Highlanders. Velardo. Put back by Brown. No good. Off the steal. Isaiah Brown with 4 steals here tonight. Drive in. And the floater no good. How about that well-timed rebound by a returning James Earp. Ball goes out. Robbinsville basketball. Fans, we sure have not forgotten our friends on the wrestling team. They are at Inca tonight. We're awaiting the results of that duel. Get the score from our good friend, head coach David Haney. And we'll have that report in the Grand Star as well this week. Shot comes up empty, rebounded by Highlands. 2:06 to go. Wild shot off the rim while Team comes up with it. Y'all can excuse me. Drive in, plucked away by Caleb Draper on a breakaway. How about that? And almost made the shot. Interrupted. And Draper with 2 rebounds, a steal, and 1 point tonight. Foul was on Landon Green. That's number 3 for Landon Green. Draper makes his first. Fans chanting for Caleb Draper. That's where we're at, folks. Rebounded by James Hurt. This one's just a matter of time at this point, folks. Running out the clock. Take 2 for Jarquin's going to be no good. Rebounded by Isaiah Brown. Now with 3 boards tonight, an assist, and 4 steals. And a block just for fun. 61-27. Harrison Gates just coughs it up in the midair. Dane Knott will come down with the steal. Wide up the floor behind the back. Hurts it up. And it's off. Rebounded by James Hurt. .50 to go. And you can see the official didn't really want to call the foul, but it's a little bit apparent. We'll just say it that way. That is 5 fouls on James Earp, I believe. This double bonus. Checks out, that's 5 on Gates, I beg your pardon. 43 seconds to go. Gates is out. Brown trying to set something up. Lovin passes to Knott, back to Luke Lovin. Toss forward to Draper. All subs in now for Robbinsville. Travel on Draper with 25 seconds to go. Travel called down Highlands. That's about going to bring it into this ball game, folks. Robbinsville has dominated from the opening tip, a 25-6 first quarter. Set the tone to where we are right now. 8 seconds left. Lovin probably is going to hold the ball on for dear life. 61-27 is going to be the final score. Robbinsville improves to 3-0 on the season. And we'll be right back in just a moment, fans, with the final stats from Robbinsville's 61-27 victory over Highlands. Well, folks, as soon as the action lets off here in Robbinsville, we tend to have scenes just like this one on the floor. The kiddos are taking over for just a moment, getting some of that extra energy out of their body before they head home for the night. White Knights have picked up the 61-27 victory. That completes the sweep tonight over Highlands. For Robbinsville, Xander Wachacha come out and stormed his way to the team lead in points. He finished with 22 here tonight. He also had 5 steals and 2 rebounds. Bryce Adams, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 6 steals. Brock Adams with 7 points, but he had 4 assists, 2 rebounds, and a pair of steals as well. Don't forget, fans, you can buy access to Friday's stream of varsity basketball action against North Buncombe here at home right now on the Grand Star Sports Network. Go visit the page you went to buy tonight's, and you'll find access is available now for Friday's stream. Until then, fans, this is Kevin Hensley. We hope you have a good rest of the work week. We'll see you Friday night for basketball against the North Buncombe Blackhawks. Good evening, everybody.